How long do we have until the time reset?
Let's see. The sun has just set on Elizиум. Root of Deponia's radius plus the height of Elizиум's orbit, I estimate about 2 hours after sundown.
Damn, I almost wish we were back in the time machine.
Well, actually my lab has everything I would need in order to...
Junior? You've got some nerve! Into my office immediately! Step on it!
Quiet at the kiddie table. The adults are talking.
Psst. Rufus! That's the Dean.
The Dean is a dwarf?
My name is Dean Angus Machronicle Sr.
Senior? Ha! Vice Senior's probably more like it, if that. Machronicle would certainly have told me if he had a son.
But I don't. May I introduce to you my father?
Yes, of course. And I'm the new guest lecturer.
Then why are you still standing around? What are you waiting for? To the lecture hall!
No, not so quick. I think there's something we need to discuss in peace and quiet. Hello, class.
Hello!
So, do you have any questions? I certainly do.
What molar mass does a chronoparticle have?
Anyone else?
Утконос вернулся.
Classes work?
Okay. 4D, certainly. 3D and 2D have certainly become household names.
How can deterministic and non-deterministic theories of time be made compatible?
Not with a hasty reply, that's for sure.
Where is Machronicle?
Yeah, Machronicle.
Boo!
Macronipants isn't here, and I have to go as well. Occupy yourselves for the meantime. All these theoretical questions won't help you in the real world anyway. Haldica wasn't discovered from a desk either. Even your beloved Machronicle knew that, and worked on a real-time machine. You wouldn't happen to know where I can find it. Is this it?
Oh, that is just a tachyon compressor. It creates an anomaly that simulates interim time.
So, it's a simulator. Where can I find the actual device?
If Machronicle was working on something, then it would definitely be in his shed. But no one is allowed in there.
В сарае, возможно, есть машина времени.
And that brings us to
Но
today's
заперт на
first
ключ.
lesson. The lock has never been built, whose secrets Professor Ruфus couldn't uncover. Write that down, it might be on the exam.
Так, экспериментальная
What's this
установка.
again?
Oh, that is just a tachyon
Тахионный
compressor.
компрессор.
It
Аномалия
creates an anomaly
детализации
that simulates
промежуточного
interim time.
времени.
Follow-up question, who likes a smartass? No one? Correct. What we're missing here is an underpaid assistant.
Да, нам нужен ассистент в виде белки. Ну, может, что-то такое маленькое. Каналок. Может, утконос пойдет?
Hey, stop that. The little fella's pretty aggressive. Probably had a miserable childhood. No friends to help him sabotage strangers' training wheels. So sad. Come on, get in there, you. Oh, quit your whining. Your old cage didn't smell any better.
Так, а если мы теперь его с корзиной в колесо?
Pay close attention.
I think I missed it.
Will that be in the exam?
Boo!
Take it easy now. Nothing can happen until I, press here, right? Aha! And what is that?
That's a temporal anomaly. A new layer in space-time that possesses all the known characteristics of interim time.
I see. Like a balloon, slowly being filled.
No. Not like a balloon in any way at all.
Why not? I like balloons.
Не знаю, зачем мы это сделали, ну ладно.
Where can I find Machronicle's time machine?
If Machronicle was but no.
В сарае, да, в сарае, но он заперт. Не знаю, зачем я это сделал.
And what is that?
That's a temp.
Oh, yeah.
No. Not.
Только не шарик.
Maybe you just don't know the right kind of balloon. That's already abnormal enough.
Пока не ясно, зачем мы это сделали. Но пусть будет. Тут еще зонтик есть.
Cool. What are you doing?
What's it look like? I'm interrupting your lecture.
But you can't do that.
Oh, really? What are you going to do about it then? Have me fail the exam?
I'm trying to restore time here.
The time when it's alleged that I've fallen in love with you? No thanks.
Can you at least take your feet off the table and take your hat off? You're undermining my authority as a teacher. What's with the silly getup anyway?
Take a guess. I've made myself my own tinfoil hat, so that I will always remember what a complete and total idiot you are.
Can someone tell me why the time is not proceeding?
Because your lecture is mind-numbingly dull. That's why.
How long is this seminar anyway?
All-day seminars run until 8.
What? But that's far too long.
It's already been too long.
Подождите, то есть мы остановили время фактически? Потому что, видите, оно не тикает. Оно не тикает, значит, у нас больше времени есть, чтобы не произошел откат. Чтобы мы не попали обратно в петлю.
Remember, observe the anomaly, take notes, and give me a good evaluation at ratemyprof.org. Hey, I found the scaffold! It flows downhill, but it flows. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Stubborn as a stop sign.
Иди сюда.
It seems I don't have the right bait for my platypus trap.
Да, нужна приманка. А мать тыкнуть тебя зонтиком, блин.
Somehow I doubt that'll lure the platypus in. Spoiled beast.
Нам нужна какая-то приманка. Ну давайте пока сходим в остальные части города, посмотрим, что есть. Коза жрет флаг. Да, это талисман университета у него. Сверху что-то есть на теле. Смысл в этом пока я не улавливаю, ну ладно.
Photos of baby wombats. Deponia 4 walkthrough for sale. Hey, that looks interesting. Do you want to share my lunch with me?
Продам проходилку Депонии 4.
I'm hungry. Now all I have to do is find this romantic ninja. Do you want to share my lunch with me? That part of the puzzle was easy. Now all I have to do is find this romantic ninja.
You should be lecturing.
I just wanted to stretch my legs.
Then stretch them back to the lecture hall. And don't come back until the bell is rung. Go on then. Hop to it.
Нет, наверное, часы просто сломаны. Нужно будет что-то с ними сделать. Может, другой утконос? Так я его пока достать не могу.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Oh, of course. You couldn't know. Oh, of course you couldn't know. It looks like two blind chickens wandered into the field.
Further proof, if it were needed, that eyesight counts for nothing. We are professionals in our field.
Uh-huh. Hitting the old junk ball?
Battering smartasses.
Oh.
Don't worry. He hasn't completed his training yet. That's why he's using the training bag.
Training bag? That looks to me more like a Drexican pinata.
Typical sighted person. It's not always about how things look.
But rather that it rains candy?
No, but that doesn't hurt, right?
Так, конфет нет, значит, нам не нужны конфеты. Мы заберем.
Hey, stay away from our junk ball training bag.
Training bag? That looks to me more...
It's not all...
But...
No, but that doesn't...
What is this supposed to be? Zen and the art of beating things up?
Exactly. Only through absolute calm and balance can aggression be perfectly channeled.
Oh, my ass.
Есть еще какая-то трава. Ну, трава нужна для козы, наверное.
The plant smells like Lonzo's back room whenever that thrash metal band comes to visit. Locked.
Заперто.
Anything else would have been a disappointment, to be honest.
О, растения, растения, слушайте, растения. А ну.
Somehow I doubt that'll lure the platypus in, spoiled beast.
Нет, не сработало. А если мы зонтиком сдвинем время?
What would theoretically happen if I were to turn the hands on the clock?
Ah, it would no longer show the correct time.
That was not the answer I wanted to hear.
Then perhaps you should think about supporting the faculty with research funds.
Итак, что у нас в итоге есть? Зонтик, записка, ведро,
I think
доски. И это все пока непонятно, зачем нам нужно. И непонятно, зачем этот выключатель нужен. Может, это откроет? Если мы поднимем флаг, откроет?
Locked. Anything else would have been a disappointment, to be honest.
А ну-ка, детишки, признавайтесь, чья записка?
Does one of you by any chance go by the name of Romantic Ninja?
Mr. Rufus, please don't.
You're Romantic Ninja?
How embarrassing.
Did you know that he's a romantic ninja? That according to this note, he bears the black belt. in the
Черный
arts of
пояс по
love.
любовным искусствам.
I wish the ground would just swallow me up.
No, we didn't know that.
Moo-moo. That must be because he merges with the shadows of loneliness. Or so it is written by him. Luckily, I found this note because if you are threatened on the battlefield of love, which apparently applies to me,
Threatened. My katana has ripped your heart to shreds.
he offers the following. Do you want to share my lunch with me?
Here, you can have it. I've lost my appetite.
О, спасибо за еду.
Thank you, romantic ninja. Your courage and generosity will not be forgotten.
Там Wasteland 3 выходит через дня. Ты планировал? Нет, так как уже приближается Crusader Kings, плюс дополнение по Рунтере, плюс там еще пару игр выходит в сентябре. Я не думал, что я смогу успеть поиграть в Wasteland. По крайней мере, это не на первом плане. Итак, смотрите, у нас прогресс. У нас есть свежий сэндвич. А сэндвич — это любимая еда утконосов. Вы не знали?
Only eat stale bread. They spit out anything fresh. And then they complain that everything was better back in the day and write embittered online
Чёрт.
reviews.
А нам нужен не свежий сэндвич. Потому что они любят... Ну, у меня почти идеальный сэндвич для утконоса. Не свежий хотят. Не свежий, да? И как мы это сделаем? Может, дадим сэндвич кому-то из них?
Do not disturb it.
Does he? None of you
Сэндвич хочешь?
want to see something? Oh, yes, we. He's romantic, a ninja, and he can cook. It already has lettuce on it. Platypuses only
Только
eat,
чёрствый
they
хлеб.
spit out, and then they complain that everything was.
Вот, черствый хлеб. Сам это играл, но потом забросил. Ну, каждому нравятся разные жанры. В портале, наверное. Кстати, да. Там же какие-то временные аномалии и прочее, прочее, прочее. Давайте в портал засунем. Это, по крайней мере, логично, и то, что у нас есть уже под рукой. Потому что мы должны как-то сдвинуться, явно нам нужен утконос. Хотя зачем нам второй утконос, я без понятия. Да, во временную, это логично. Ага, в аномалии время течет быстрее, чем снаружи. Да, ну правда. Ты же руку засунул! Теперь у тебя кисть старика. Да, и он сказал, что ногти длинные. А если бы там время шло, не знаю, как в Интерстелларе, 1 час, как сколько там было? 60 лет, что ли, или сколько? А ты взял, засунул руку. Там мог быть и скелетик уже после этого.
Good bait catches fine fish, unless you're into worms, in which case you can cut out the middleman. Good bait catches fine fish, unless you're into worms, in which case you can cut out the middleman.
Итак. Зачем-то нужен утконос альбинос. Но явно же не нужно нам его пихать. А, что-то крутое. Утконос альбинос, возможно, тот второй чувак и гуру бойца. Ой. Нет, я не этого ожидал. Я не ожидал возбужденного утконоса.
Nerdbert? I can remember that. And your answer is?
The inflow of energy caused the expansion of the anomaly to increase. We are now inside simulated interim time.
And then all of a sudden, time just flies by.
Mama. She said only inside the bubble.
Correct answer, but points off for interrupting. Underbite Valkyrie.
Her name is Hildebrand.
Huh, her parents were jokers, were they?
No, Scraplanders. She's an exchange student.
And I'm Daniel Glandular.
And am I supposed to remember that now, or what? Yippee! School's out.
Don't you want to turn the anomaly off first?
Lesson 2, never want to do something that somebody else can do. Damn, the anomaly is blocking the exit, but at least I'm not losing any time while I'm trapped in here.
Ну ладно, забираем.
Enough is enough here. And, now?
It won't stop thrashing about.
I can see that. And what was that? It's coming from your coat.
The other platypus is crying.
All right, all right. Nothing but trouble.
Остановись, пожалуйста. Вот потыкать в него.
Shame. Oh, just when it was getting exciting.
Boo!
Everything comes to an end. Get used to it.
Я зонтиком остановил, да? А забрать теперь могу или будет плакать?
Oh boy.
Ну все, это любовь навсегда. Не будем их разобщать. У нас теперь есть трава и ведро. И пока не ясно, что мы должны с этим сделать. Но, смотрите, мы можем теперь зайти в деканат. Лекция-то кончилась.
Were you able to stem the damage that my son has wreaked upon those poor students?
Stem? I eradicated it. Which damage were you referring to?
Those stupid ideas about time travel, of course. Junior claims, in all seriousness, to be able to create time anomalies. He says he's built a machine in his shed that can travel back and forth through time.
Сарай, который заперт был.
And he holds lectures on the subject behind my back. Thankless firebrand.
Firebrand? He always seemed to me to be so careful, downright boring.
Ugh, I wish. Imagine it. My son, of all people, a dreamer, a fantasist. Yes, an anarchist.
Honestly? Huh.
Через сколько обзоров Интера? Ну, куда я знаю, когда закончится. Тут как минимум одна большая локация еще. Это как минимум. Я возьму ключ. Я проведу инспекцию в лаборатории.
You smoke?
Not anymore. Although on days like this, I wish I'd never quit.
Isn't that a little unreasonable at your age?
The nicotine chewing gum was worse. Destroyed all my baby teeth.
Birds don't need warning signs. They're free! Free!
Ой.
And if they want to fly into stained glass windows, they have the right to do so.
Так, у нас есть осколки витража, но не птичка.
Ha-ha! It is so a pipe. You can't pull the wool over a Rufus's eyes.
Please, Professor, don't disturb him. He should be given time to think about his mistakes.
That's what I always say too, but it's way funnier when you say it, because you repress your own mistakes.
Нам нужно как-то отвлечь декана, либо замучить его, чтобы он не следил за ключом. Потому что ключ как раз дает мне возможность добраться до лаборатории Макхроникла, и там попутешествуем во времени. Опять. Слушайте, трава. Не хотите ли вы затянуться разок-другой, товарищ декан?
My old pipe. That's just what I need right now. Whoa. Strong stuff, this tobacco. It, it reminds me of my college days. We were so crazy back then.
Может, его попустит?
So, Lala Cuckoo! Wasn't very good for us. We experimented with everything. With plants, with time. And with women, of course.
I don't really want to hear that.
Mrs. Machronicle was one hot chick.
Too much information.
I was even more crazy than he is today. My mother didn't like it at all. She never wanted me to go to university. I was supposed to take over my father's business in the garage. Rocco Machronicle. He said playing with time would only end in tears. What my butt for my girlfriend. I was already 25. Oh.
May I?
I don't know. If you may, I may, right?
Sure.
Yippee!
Да, поехал.
Psst! McDiaper Pants! Your father is distracted. We can go.
Go without me. He's right. I need to think about my errors.
No, he isn't. There are temporal anomalies.
I know. We created them, and as a result, ruined everything.
What, and your plan is to give up now? When everything is at its worst?
Don't you understand? It's always at its worst. This here is no loop. It's a downward spiral.
What's wrong with you?
Да
You
ладно,
sound
что с
just
тобой?
as pig-headed
Пошли.
as your father.
Нагонять
He didn't
депрессуху.
bring the world to within an inch of total destruction through his behavior.
Yeah, but his behavior isn't going to save it either. What's wrong with you? You sound just as pig-headed as your father.
And he didn't bring the world.
Yeah.
Такс. Ну что, у нас есть ключ. Я уверен, что эта дверь лаборатории открывается, и там должна быть машина времени.
Oh boy, this looks just a touch more complicated to me. Something tells me that for once, I'm actually going to require a little assistance.
Да, нам нужна помощь с этим всем. Так, бронзовый кран.
Yeah, this is nothing but waste oil.
Отработанное масло. У нас есть ведерце. Можем сейчас ведерце поставить и набрать маслечко.
Yeah.
И спокойно унесли полное ведерце.
As long as the tank is empty, no pressure can be built there.
Ну давай зальем маслом. Я не знаю, на чем работает тахионный компрессор.
However, this is a lot more than a little. As long as the tank is empty. Something tells me that for once, I'm actually going to require a little assistance.
Так, заливай. Я не понимаю, чего тебе не
A
нравится.
little oil. However,
Тебе нужно чуть-чуть поменьше. Давайте поговорим с Гол. Может быть, сможем ее убедить нам помочь.
you're still here.
Of course, Mr. Rufus. After all, we are on the cusp of an epical discovery.
And anyway, there are junk ball jocks waiting outside the lecture hall again.
They'll have to wait. We are going on an excursion. Pack your things. We're off to the neighboring building. Thanks, Hildebrain. Somewhat misplaced, but you still get a star.
Wow!
Cool.
Impressive, isn't it?
Мне это напоминает создание сопротивления в первой
Ah,
части.
Nerdbird?
Oh, an impulse-induced tachyon field generator?
Popularly known as a... Anyone? Perhaps Chubby over there.
Time portal machine?
Time portal machine, precisely. Because it creates a time portal. But where? Sure, of course, the interim time. The turquoise tunnel, as we experts also call it. And now, for the master question. How to turn that thing on.
Turn it on? But,
All right, people, I want discussion.
That thing at the front must be the tachyon tank.
But the milk bottle with the bicycle pump?
you need a substance that emits tachyons.
Масло не
Good.
испускает
By the
тахионные
smell, I'd say
частицы.
it used to contain feta cheese.
And you have to adjust the nozzles so they concentrate on the thinnest place in space-time. You can detect a so-called potential portal with 4D glasses.
4D glasses, feta cheese, anything else?
You're not intending to open a portal into interim time, are you?
And why not?
Machronicle says it's too dangerous. It could perforate the whole of space-time.
Oh, hogwash. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. You can't win if you don't buy a ticket.
Will that be in the exam?
Окей. В итоге нам не масло нужно. Можем, конечно, попробовать еще раз.
A little oil, however,
Да, не масло. А может вообще закидаем туда
no
осколками?
way. Until my 4D glasses are finished.
Нам
it's
нужны
impossible
4D
to
очки.
detect temporal anomalies.
А очки у того бугая с дубинкой. Нам нужны 4D очки. Судя по всему.
So, children, time to review the material. What do you need to open a temporal
Вот, что
or
вам нужно в
time
итоге?
portal?
Ooh, ooh, some
4D
4D
очки.
glasses detect thin places
Найти
in
истонченность.
space-time. They are made of colored glass and some
Из
glass
цветного
spray.
стекла и оправы.
Exactly, Hilda.
Цветное стекло у нас
Something that
есть.
emits tachyon.
Сами очки мы знаем.
Full marks. I'm proud of you.
You can stop this whole professor ruse now. We're the smart kids, remember?
Of course you are. After all, you learned from the best. Professor Rufus. Ta-da!
Сыр нужен?
Want to see something?
Да, ссылка сыра была,
О.
сырфета.
Yeah, aye.
Oh, guess we can forget that, huh?
Может,
Do
нам нужна
not
коза?
disturb him. He must concentrate on his strike.
Does he occasionally hit something, too?
Not if you keep Do not.
Нет, 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 нет. Смотрите, осколки не в пиньяту. Осколки нужны для 4D очков. А ну-ка.
Away with the stuff.
Помогло? А если еще? Нету. Теперь попробуем рычаг нажать.
What is this supposed to be? Zen and the art of beating things up?
Exactly. Only through absolute.
Oh.
Hey, stay away from our junk ball training.
Сейчас мы его
bag.
подоим и
That's not a
сделаем
training
сыр.
bag. That's a goat.
Ha! Nice try. I may be blind, but my other senses are all the sharper for it. I can hear the room, taste objects, and I can smell in your facial expression that you're trying to trick me.
Yeah, that was my facial expression, and not yesterday's chili. And strike.
Да за что?
on? My mucous membranes are swelling up. Oh, anaphylactic shock. It's my goat's hair allergy.
Это что за садистская игра я играю, а?
Bravo! You finally hit something dead on. My sense of humor.
А вот и очки пошли.
Hey, these pieces of glass would be perfect for my 4D glasses. Just a shame that they don't stick together on their own.
Хорошо, только сыра не
Hey,
хватает, да?
Stay away from our junk ball training bag.
I already told you that's a goat. Where do you think the bleeding comes from?
From my wife, of course. She's always bleeding on at me, claiming that my sports things are actually animals, nuns, or the neighbor's children. But how, pray tell, would a goat manage to get down here to the underwater palace?
Okay, suppose that it isn't a goat. Can I still milk it?
Of course, help yourself. But be careful, sometimes they bite.
Мы подоили и сразу получили сыр фета. Такого я еще никогда не видел, чтобы подоить козу, сразу получаешь сыр. Ну, поехали, у нас все есть. Сыр
Who can tell
фета.
me why it's a good idea to put feta cheese into the tank?
You probably built some 4D glasses and realized cheese emits tachyons, right?
False.
Then it was a trick question, because it is not a good idea at all.
Correct answer. Who can tell me?
Then it was
Correct.
Ну, все равно.
No way. Until my 4D glasses are finished, it's impossible for me to detect temporal anomalies. No way.
Стоп, значит, очки не крепятся. Нам что-то еще нужно.
Even more oil? What for? Now everything just slides along.
Да, козу уже взбили, кстати, да. В буквальном смысле. То есть нам что не хватает? Нам нужно как-то...
The shards fit perfectly into the frame. Just a shame that they don't
Да, они не
stick together
держатся.
on
Нам
their own.
нужно их приклеить каким-то образом. А у нас хоть что-то еще осталось из того, что мы не использовали?
Uh-huh. Someone was chewing gum in my class and didn't give me any.
Ты быстро я
except for
справился.
bus lunch. It's gonna rain homework. The gum is already much too old. And besides, gluing colorful shards of broken glass together with bubble gum? Ha, that's totally unrealistic.
Блин. Стоп, а что ж там нужно сделать со жвачкой?
Someone was chewing gum in my class and didn't give me any.
Может кого-то попросить пожевать ее?
Wanna see something? Oh, yes, we can.
Do not disturb.
Does he? Not if he. Do you think that would work as a fuel?
Oh, does it emit tachyons?
Well, how should I know?
Because you're the professor.
Можно
Hey, don't
козе
get
дать жвачку,
sassy
да.
with me, boy, or it'll be raining homework.
Давайте козе попробуем дать жвачку. Она жует всякую хрень. Коза, жуй.
Hey, stay away from our junk ball training bag.
Не хочет.
Do you think that would work?
Oh, because
Hey, don't. That's already sticky enough.
Какие варианты еще? Ты хочешь, чтобы я дал жеваную жвачку Гуал?
Admit it. You're stuck on me.
That depends on your point of view. Does the boot stick to the dog shit, or the dog shit to the boot?
Admit.
That does.
Утконосу дать? Нет.
I don't know much about the production of nicotine gum, but I have chewing gum, and that
Точно, никотиновая жвачка.
should work, right? The gum is already, and besides,
А, и теперь мы дадим декану.
Nicotine chewing gum? Oh boy, I've just realized that I've got the munchies. Wait, I'll just put my toothy pegs back in. Montastic.
И появился клей, он уже прицепил вставную челюсть клеем. Забираем. Ну, кремом точнее. Одно и то же.
ta-da! I present to you the 4D glasses! Makes potential time portals visible and raises cinema admission prices by the power of 2.
Ну и все, замечательно. Можем отправляться вместе с классом. Хотя, может, мы их кинем.
Who can tell me why it's a good idea to put
you probably built. Then it would
correct. Who can tell me what this is?
Are those supposed to be 4D glasses?
It is a set of 4D glasses.
Is that stained glass from a window?
Don't touch! That is a highly sensitive, scientific whatnot. Ta-da! I present to you the 4D glasses! Makes potential time portals visible and raises cinema admission prices by the power of 2. I see a kind of ring.
Oh, I know! That must be a place where the dimension membrane between here and interim time is especially thin.
Not thinner than your derivation, nerdo. Exactly, Hildy. It's in the middle of the machine.
Oh, good. Then we don't need to calibrate it at all.
Fortune has changed sides. Now the idiots are completely screwed.
Так, ну давайте тогда добавим серфета наконец-то. Пожалуйста, соглашайся.
Who can tell me why it's a good
Да
idea?
что ж ты не хочешь серфету добавить?
And now, then it is proven. Feta cheese emits
Да,
tachyon.
серфет изучает тахионы.
Write that down.
Есть. Еще. Еще. Полетели.
There! The portal is open!
But that's way too small.
Maybe there isn't enough pressure on the tachyon jets.
More pressure. No problem.
Давай,
I'm
добавим
a
жарку.
professional when it comes to generating pressure.
Daniel!
Gadzooks! There was another potential portal hidden under the carpet.
What are we gonna do now?
Yeah, but who knows if it's safe?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Machronicle! Hurrah!
The tachyons must have spread out in the near vicinity of the portal. There's a relatively high probability that they have opened up
Есть только вероятность, что открыт портал Кувак. А если, не знаю, в открытый космос мы открыли портал?
Good. Relatively. It's the only chance that we're going to get. And also, one more than we really deserve.
Speaking of which, I still have to pick Gola.
That means the leap into the unknown without any guarantee of being able to return has got to wait.
No, I'd rather go get her right away. Goal! We did it! The guys and I have opened a time portal!
Wow, well done.
Don't be like that. I told you, I'll make it right again.
And I told you, go away.
Oh, come on, Goal. Take off the hat and...
Hey, hands off! I do understand where you're coming from. After all, that palaver with the platypus puppet theater wasn't exactly subtle, was it?
Puppet theater? Oh, that yes, that was intentional.
But look at them. They're both trapped, without any hope. I'll never be able to escape my hamster wheel.
Wait, you think you're the platypus in the hamster wheel?
Of course. That one is clearly female. Look at her, she...
Ha! I knew it! There is hope!
Нет, это не самочка. Самочка.
It is the male.
Это был самец.
At least she's now free.
Yes. Wow. Look how happy she is.
She'll recover. On the other hand, one shouldn't overuse metaphors. What's this?
Hey, give it back!
When did you do that?
While you were gadding about the fairground. What about it?
And you got past the Novomat with that?
Well, someone had to make sure that things could carry
Ах,
on.
вот как она
Why
обошла.
are you so angry?
Она тоже сделала
Because we're not
фотку.
together in the photo?
No, because we are. An illusion. A snapshot giving the wrong picture. Or do you think that at the end of the day, we'll be sticking that picture into our photo album? Everything here is going to have to end up being undone and reversed, so that we can save the world, so that there will be no Fulocks on Elysium. That's how it has to be, right?
No, it isn't.
Then tell me one thing that will still remain of our adventures. If you can do that, then I'm happy to come.
Ha, easy. In the end, there's always one thing that remains. There, look at that.
Kitsch crap?
Hope. It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Итак, мы где-то приземлились, но, видимо, студентика потеряли.
What now? That looks like that interim we crossed in the time pod.
Да, мы в первом стриме пересекали на машине времени сквозь эти капсулы.
They jumped through the portal right before I did.
Hey, you! Fulock! Get off of my porch!
Ah, a local. Can you tell me where I've landed?
In my turnip patch!
Wait a minute. Don't I know you? You're Glandula, the romantic ninja. Just old and ugly. How is that possible?
Are you trying to talk your head off?
Don't you mean, am I trying to talk your ear off?
Not if I got
Это,
my
да, это же
own
студентик.
voice right.
Oh.
А если они тоже состарились, пока я собирался
One step
прыгнуть?
closer and I'll blow your turnip off.
But Glandy, it's me, Professor Rufus. Doesn't that ring a bell?
Professor Rufus? Yeah, that's it. He was the guy who's to thank for all of this. Just junk crabs and mites for years on end. What about him?
I killed him.
Well done. Now get out of my yard.
All right.
Он понял, что лучше не признаваться, что это он.
Portal that leads to Machronicle's laboratory. Unfortunately, out of reach.
Брат, сейчас поговорим.
Take a hike and make it snappy.
All right.
Ладно, не хочешь говорить, пойду я отсюда. Жилой ты какой-то.
Where the hell have I landed?
Are you lost, stranger?
No, I have a photographic sense of direction and always know exactly where I am. It's just the when has been a little confusing lately.
When doesn't mean a thing round here. You're in interim time, a space alongside the past, present,
And future, I know.
I was gonna say perishable food. We don't have anything like a future here. Rumor has it there used to be one. The portal building authorities are digging around looking for it in the foundations of interim time. But if you ask me, it's just newfangled nonsense.
No future.
2 other newcomers passed by here earlier. They asked about the future too. Friends of yours, perhaps?
Impossible. They were just with me.
Maybe out there. Here in interim time, the clocks tick a little different.
I see they have a few more hands, too.
Well, welcome to Paradox City.
Вот они, прошло много времени.
If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to help you.
Rufus. And actually, I do have a couple. Rocco What the hell did you say?
Ты Макхроникл?
You? Rocco Machronicle? The father of Dean Angus Machronicle Sr.? And therefore our Machronicle's
Это
grandfather?
дед, да,
You must
дед
have confused me
Макхроникла.
with someone else. I don't have a son, and if I did, I'm sure he wouldn't have become a dean. After all, I'm running a family business here.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. The last thing I need
А может он
now
слишком
is
молодой
to
еще здесь?
accidentally prevent Machronicle's birth.
А ты видел моих
See my
друзей?
friends?
A sexy chick accompanied by a clever,
Sexy
handsome
chick.
guy.
Not really. We were separated.
Well, 2 strangers certainly passed by earlier on. They met the old hermit. It looked as though they knew each other. They headed off to her farm. Turn left at the
Так, они на
town hall,
ферме
and
у
then
какой-то
continue up that
отшельницы.
way.
А где,
Where the
черт
hell
возьми?
am I?
You're in Paradox City, the
Paradox
city
City.
between times.
Aren't we always between times?
Excuse me?
You know, present and future.
Yes, I suppose. Although, here we're not so much between the future. That doesn't exist here.
Как это будущего
What
не
does that
существует?
mean, you have no future?
That's what I said. If that's what you're interested in, then ask the people at the portal building authorities. They're always talking about the future, and they're trying to dig one up from the junk beneath the city. Absolute madmen, if you ask me. We've never had a future here, and we've managed quite happily without it so far, thank you very much.
Слушай, мне нужно срочно
I
попасть в Кувак.
urgently need to get to Kuvak.
Doesn't ring any bells. Is it beyond interim time?
Of course.
Then you'd better be off asking the guys from the portal
Все ведет к тому,
building
что нужно
authorities.
обратиться
They
к
map the
управлению
portals and know where each one
портального
leads.
этого строительства. Эй, слушай, это же капсула времени.
That's the time pod.
That there, that's been there since before I arrived. My father was going to repair.
Вот, мы на ней
That's why
на
he
первом
found
стриме
the garage.
были.
Apparently it stopped being so important at some point, like everything here.
Where
Так,
are
где
my
мои
friends
друзья?
again?
At the old hermit's farm.
На ферме
Turn
старой
left at the
отшельницы.
town hall and then continue up that
Поверни
way.
налево у ратуши. Хорошо.
No, you obviously cannot help me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Налево у ратуши. Наверное, сюда нужно будет поворачивать. Ну и повернем.
Oh, there you are.
Howdy, Rufus.
You wouldn't believe who I met in the city.
My granddad. I know. He didn't recognize me.
No wonder. To him, you're not even born yet.
I guess I never will be. Even the slightest interventions change the timeline. In all probability, we prevented the birth of my father already.
Hogwash. I've seen everything possible and impossible in the last while, but nothing even remotely resembling a timeline. The whole thing is more like a fuzzy, knotted time scheme than anything else.
It's okay, Rufus. I'm doing just fine. Isn't it incredibly interesting here?
Yeah, very picturesque. But we have to get a move on. Don't you remember? Where's Gold?
In the farmhouse, but there's no reason to hurry. Here in interim time,
The clocks run differently, I already know. Still, no reason to take our foot off the gas. One of these portals must lead to Kuvak. We used it earlier ourselves.
yeah, it's that one there.
That
А,
one?
мы знаем даже
I
какой.
actually expected a few mind-bending puzzles
То есть
first.
это портал в
So
Кувак.
much the better. Wait here. I'll go get Gold, and then we can go get our future back.
Мы даже знаем, куда нужно отправляться. Осталось дело за малым.
Hey, Gold, no time for coffee. Time to
Знакомое
move.
лицо
We-
слева.
Wait a second. Am I counting right? Your goal? I mean, your goal too.
And you are almost as perceptive
Это
as
та
when I
гол,
met
которая бросила нас.
Savior of the world, suicidal time traveler.
You forgot butt model. But how can that be? What are you doing here? Which goal are you?
She's the goal that you rescued from the future.
Yeah, and in return, she left me and Mac on Elizium, stole the time machine, and whoosh! That was the thanks we got.
I've not got such a talent for dramatic endings as you.
And you didn't get far either.
Yes. Perhaps I was a bit too quick off the mark there. When I arrived in interim time, there was no future anymore. The tunnel had simply come to an end, and the autopilot was steering me directly at it. I had to crash land, and was stranded. For us, only a few hours have passed. For her, it's been a lifetime.
Why didn't you use one of the portals?
The portals only opened much later. At first, they were all out of reach. Then the Deponians started to throw their trash into interim time. The time travelers also started arriving from all sorts of pasts. Most were stranded here like me. We built Paradox City from the trash. We tried to reach the portals, but none of them led to the right time. Then, when the first children were born, we realized that we had built ourselves a new home.
But now I'm here. So come on, we...
Это плохой знак.
What was that? An earthquake?
We've only had one of those once before. The time when the portals opened.
Yeah, never a dull moment around here. Don't run off. I'm gonna go have a look.
Они закрылись. Да, они закрылись.
Oh,
Все.
on.
ГГ.
Where's the portal to Kuvak? And the others? All gone.
I think I have an explanation.
Ну давай, объясним, что случилось.
Poured into the open portal unchecked just now in the lab. We didn't only open the one portal, but also all the surrounding ones too. Portals leading to completely different places in time. As time passes much faster in here, they were open for years. A whole city was built whilst you fetched gold from the university. Shortly after you stepped through the portal, the anomaly closed behind you. In the lab, this was a blink of the eye. Here, countless minutes.
You mean this city only exists because we opened the portal earlier?
Really makes you think, eh?
Yeah, like for example, how do we get out of here now that the portals are closed?
I was thinking more about
Придется открывать заново. У нас есть машина времени. Еще есть наличие.
Are we even allowed to do that?
I can't see any signs.
I noticed that too. You should get it looked at.
Amazingly, there was still a bit of antidote left. Uh-huh.
You girls having a good talk?
I'm just telling Goal about your stamp cannon.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used so much cheese. The portals have closed.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I already thought of something.
No, you are not going to get a jetpack.
Aw, man.
А она хорошо его знает. Ну потому что слева Гол знает все о
I have
нем.
to try to open them again. Are you coming along?
Can't it wait? I'm having a conversation right now.
Of course. You can just sit here all day long talking to yourself.
You do that all the time too.
Actually, he's the one who talks all the time. I just listen.
Ладно, пока что она не хочет с нами. Какие-то скульптуры непонятные.
You've become a sculptor?
I had a lot of time on my hands.
That excuses some things, but not everything. Can I take that?
No, it's not finished yet.
I can finish it.
And just how are you going to finish it?
I can finish anything.
You're going to finish me off one of these days. Are you finished yet? Yes.
No,
Oh, we'll just take it then.
I will.
On your marks, go.
Он какую-то игрушку еле поднял, а каменную глыбу на изи сгреб себе в карман. Смотрите, сейчас Гол передумает насчет Руфуса после разговора с другой Гол и будет к нему относиться по-другому, мне кажется. Это на это намек идет, что после общения она станет, ну, по-другому немножко как-то и общаться, и относиться ко всем действиям, и к будущему, может быть, связанному с Руфусом.